Urzatron, back on the channel. What's going on, dude?
Good, dude, I am ready to do some awards here. 2018 was a crazy year for this game. Thank you for having me back.
Got a lot to discuss, and we are going to be going through several different categories and awarding what Urza has dubbed the CHEWIE SHARD Awards of 2018 for several different categories in Galaxy of Heroes. So let's get right into it because we actually do have a lot of categories to discuss. The most underrated character of 2018 is Bosk. And this, to me, I feel really strongly about. I personally did not get to experience how good Bosk was. At least I ignored it. Probably because I was, this is probably my bad too. This is one of my flaws early in the year, is I was such an arena-focused player. And so if something didn't work in arena, I was just like, nah, not impressed. And
it's done. It's
done. Bounty hunters don't work in the arena. They haven't. But wow, what they can do in Territory Wars. And it took me going against one of those teams in Territory Wars and seeing how powerful Bosk was. And I just soiled myself, man. I mean, he was just so good. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, no. Best bounty hunter leader by far. I mean, you know, like Boba, Zim, maybe Aura. Then the other thing we forgot to mention here is the ship. I mean, he's got the best ship in the game right now. And just the value in TW, the value in Grand Arena, and he's one of the original OG bounty hunters from the original trilogy, so gotta love that about him.
Best meme of 2018. We've got two we're trying to decide between, so we're just gonna show both. So the first one here, according to Reddit, this was by u/Pernapple. I'm not sure if that's a repost, though. You never know on Reddit. But it's the Kylo Ren meme with General Kenobi, and he's saying, I want every piece of gear we have on that tune. and then they're firing Carbantes on him. He's more!
And the best is just the GK's face there. It's just like the perfect expression on him, and he's just kind of shrugging it off.
So good. And then a close second here is the epic warrior blunder of the word analysis being cut off by YouTube's ... and so it just looks like the word anal. And I'm just gonna leave that there and let you guys draw your own conclusions because this is
This is actually my favorite one, just because, you know, Mobile Games is an
probably
amazing
mine
dude.
too. Let's be real. I gave him so much crap. Worst for the game in 2018. So we're gonna talk about the best for the game and the worst for the game. In my opinion, the worst thing that happened in this game in 2018 is Revan. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm excited that we have a Jedi meta. I've been wanting that for so long. But the way that event rolled out, the paywall and what it did to this community, I just don't think it was good for the game.
Absolutely 100% agree. And I was on the other end of not getting him. And I just today finishing up my T3, my last character, to get him next time around. But anyways, I was on the other end of that. And it's been, you know, as a guy who climbed an arena every day for 2.5 years or whatever, and then Revan showed up and suddenly it was basically impossible for me with my mods and my lower starred Treya. Yeah, I mean, I just came to a point where this was the first time I'd actually given up on arena, and that kind of sucked a lot of the fun out of the game for me. So
the best thing for the game in 2018, though, and we're pretty unified on this one, Grand Arena. Look, this game mode is super fun, and I know some people have issues with it, and we'll discuss those. I mean, maybe there's still some matchmaking tweaks that could happen. I haven't really heard that many matchmaking complaints, though. The main matchmaking complaint I hear is that ship galactic power is factored in when we're doing a characters-only game mode, and I think there's substance to that complaint. But by and large, I love the competitive aspect of Grand Arena. What do you think about it?
No, I'm with you, and I think we're kind of the same type of guy. Like I ran a super lean GP, and I never inflated it, and I didn't level up capital ships that I wasn't going to use, and that kind of kept me lower. And I think we're both kind of in that realm. So I mean, I'm 3-0 right now, and I think you're with season 0, of course, but I think you're 3-0 as well, right?
Yeah, undefeated, baby, undefeated.
Yep. So I got three championship.
I'm not bragging.
In the hall right
I'm
now.
just stating the fact.
Yeah.
It is a fact.
So no, I'm with you, man. It's super fun. it has reinvigorated my love for this game, and I want to keep playing for many more years just because Grand Arena is just the best.
Speaking of best for the game, worst for the game, let's look at our developer friends, and let's look at the good and the bad. What was the best Capital Games moment of 2018 and the worst Capital Games moment of 2018? So, starting with worst, because we kind of already discussed this, I'm just going to throw this out there. The PR for Revan, it was really good. The rollout was exciting. We were really excited to get him, and then the announcement of what was required and how high the paywall was, and the excitement just went through the toilet. So probably not the best moment, but the best moment in my opinion. And you're not 100% with me here. I think it was puzzles. Crumb's puzzles that he was doing. To me, seeing a developer team go that all out on putting together this crazy puzzle for us just to announce that Django is coming, or that C-3PO is coming, or that Revan's coming. I just think that has been some of the most exciting community building moments I've been a part of.
Right, and you had that legendary kind of live stream when the Revan puzzle was kind of unfolding there. So
we had a little help.
See yeah, that'll certainly help your momentum. No, I'm just not smart enough to figure out those puzzles, so Crumb always stumps me.
The truth comes out. The truth comes out. I'm not smart enough. There's like 2 people that are smart enough for that crap. But it's still exciting to speculate, exciting to be a part of it, I think, so.
Yeah, no, it just happens on a Friday night, and I'm always out at dinner with my family on a Friday night. So anyways.
The best new game mechanic of 2018 is contracts. And that's my opinion. I know you have a dissenting opinion here, but I love the game within a game feel of the Bounty Hunters. And I said when they first came out that I thought contracts were amazing. I just wished that there was a place I could use them more. Well, I got my wish. We've got territory wars. We've got Grand Arena. We've got territory battles. Obviously, there's places in there to use them, and a plethora of other ways that you can use those contracts. Just because they're not usable in Grand Arena doesn't mean they're not usable. And I think that the way that contracts function, even though some are harder to get than others, I think it's really fun and exciting. And when that contract hits, when you see all those blue icons pop up on your bounty hunters, it's just like, bam, checkmate.
Yeah, it's like a mini Illuminated Destiny.
Totally.
But what's interesting to me is, like, I think if you like that kind of game in a game, there's nothing quite like the prepared mechanic. And I did a guide on prepared, so I'm pretty well versed in it.
You're not
and
biased.
I love it, man. It's got some cool interactions. You got Vandor Chewie pulling people back up. Young Han doing some big damage. You know, young Lando's moving prepared around. L3's, doing stuff with a taunt. So it's super fun. Prepared for me.
See, prepared still confuses me, and so maybe I'm just not smart enough to put prepared on my list, but I see what you're saying. All right. Best new environment in the game. So this is a new environment that came, just that backdrop that you see while you're playing, is the Coruscant ship environment. Now, there's a lot of cool environments that hit that are beautiful, but this is the only environment I've ever seen in this game where the first time I saw it, I think my jaw actually dropped. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it does look amazing. If only we could get some, some OG trilogy ships like the A-Wing, B-Wing, and Y-Wing out there, it would look even better. I don't know. I know it's not,
never satisfied. The best new ability animation. So this is a new ability, new character ability that hit in 2018. I'm giving to Bast the Fallen's Fear ability. I think the animation on this thing looks amazing. Now, it's still not the best in the game, in my opinion. In the game as a whole, I think Plague is the most... that ability's not called Plague. What's that ability called again? Mother Talzin.
Mommy's AoE, right? That's the one you're talking about?
Mommy's AoE. Oh, gosh. What's it called?
It's Plague, right?
Dark Magic. It's called Dark Magic. But it's the one that applies the Plague. Okay? Yeah. I think Dark Magic is the best animation in this game. But that was last year. This year, in my opinion, Fear. All right, best quality of life upgrade. And I had this facing a different direction than you reminded me of mod loadouts, and I just immediately went, yeah, it's mod loadouts. Mod loadouts are, and mods 2.0 in general, a lot that came with it, are just, being able to sort, being able to organize your inventory within the game. That was so huge for this game.
Just remodding in general, it made it so like people who had never touched mods in so long, it was such a chore to try and manage all that, and now you can just easily move back and forth and just go, oh yeah, Basty's got this, you move it over here.
Yep, very much so. The only thing I want to add to it is a swap button instead of just move the mods there, but let's swap them. But you know what? I digress because we got a lot that we wanted there. And a big honorable mention has to go out to putting the Bronzium pack at the front of the store. Not as impactful as mods, but damn it, did that feel good. All right, now we are getting into the good stuff. The best rework of 2018 is... What is it?
It's Palpatine. I think we both agreed on this one.
Palpatine. Now, we discussed Yoda, and I'm biased towards Yoda, and I'm picking Palpatine. And the reason for this is a big part of Yoda's rework is useless. And that's his leadership ability. That you got like 1 week's worth of value for those of you who rushed and put a Zayd on him. I'm guilty. And that is just not something that is usable anywhere in the game, because you're either going to have Bastila or you're going to have Revan for the most part. And so after that, who needs it? He's really good now, but Palpatine is the whole package. And he, you know, from the very beginning of the year, it was, I think, what was it, February that we got, or January when we got those reworks. Very early in the year. That was super impactful and really set the stage for a Sith-dominated year.
Yeah, and then let's not, you know, gloss over the utility in like TB, TW. Like, he's not even, you know, top tier anymore, but he's still valuable in all those other game modes, and you're going to use him every time. The best event and the worst event of 2018. This is going to be controversial, but Urzatron, you know, I can't bring myself to say this, so I'm going to have to let you say it. Best event. My best event was CHEWIE. I thought the community, that was the first one the community really pulled together on. I know some people didn't get it, but for me, that took me about 70 attempts. I did it without Bosk. I did it with Zam of all people.
70.
It was amazing. I don't know.
So, I don't really have a counter opinion to that, because I can't think of an event that would be better necessarily. I mean, I like the mechanic. I thought the Revan event, while it was really paywalled, the effort that went into it and the story and all that, I thought it was a visually really cool event. But in my opinion, the worst event of 2018 from a player standpoint is C3POs. I do not think I should ever be that angry at my phone ever again in my life. I
How many attempts did it take you?
Pissed. I was pissed. I was sending angry tweets out. I was texting developers I know, swearing at them. I was throwing phones in the ceiling. I was telling my kids to go to their room on timeout for no reason. I was so mad when I was doing that event, and I just don't like that. And I feel like this is similar to Chewie's event, even though my bounty hunters were more equipped for it. It didn't bother me as much. But just having the odds stacked against you so severely at the beginning of the battle, where everybody's going to take, I counted, everybody took 9 turns. 9 turns total. Those are not everybody. 9 turns total before my Ewoks, we all with plus 100 speed minimum, got to take a single freaking turn. That just got my, and I'm getting angry about it, talking about it now. I didn't realize that my blood pressure was that high. I think I needed to sit in a couple plays out. But yeah, that's how I feel. On to the most important 2 categories and our final 2 categories. The best ship and the best character of 2018. Now, these are not necessarily new additions to the game. These are what are, in our opinion, are the best of the whole year. The best ship of 2018 is Houndstooth. Is anybody going to dispute this?
No, it's far and away Houndstooth. It's not even close. Yeah. And you know, with everybody having Bosk as their primary bounty hunter leader, you know, you got the best ship in the game too. And now that node is still great, Cubs. They just put Django on there, so
best
even
node in the
more
game.
Reason to be farming Houndstooth.
I love that I'm farming Jango Fett without farming Jango Fett, because I'm still trying to get my Houndstooth to 7 stars. It's taking me a while. I'm at about 30 out of 100 right now, and I've got my Jango almost to 6 stars, I think, because I've been farming like crazy on that node. So yeah, I think that's a great node. And the ship, I mean, look, I'm in the end game for ships. I've got, you know, gear 12 pieces on my bugs. I've got gold mods on them, and I am in many cases having to just wait it out until my Thrawn capital ship Chimera can annihilate the Houndstooth, because I just can't get through it. If you got a 7-star Houndstooth with good mods on your Bosk, forget about it. It's almost impossible to get through. He's the best ship in the game, also the most annoying ship in the game, but to me it's a must in anybody's squad. The best overall character of the whole year of 2018 is not Coruscant Underworld Police, though we would love to put him at the top of this list. It is going to be for us Grand Admiral Thrawn. Thrawn is everywhere. Everywhere. He's got, in my opinion, still the best capital ship. The gap is less wide, but I still think he's the best capital ship. He is the counter to everything. He's incredible in Territory Wars, great in Grand Arena. He's still got a place in the arena. He's going to work in raids. It's probably his main shining weakness is raids. He doesn't have an amazing spot, but he still has a use in raids. I just can't think of anyone that would go above Thrawn for best overall for the entire year. Currently in the game, I feel like Revan is a better all-around character when you put him with the Jedi, but when we're talking best overall for the entire year of 2018, I think Thrawn runs away with it.
Yeah, you can't argue with Thrawn. I mean, he's plug and play everywhere. I mean, Revan, like you said, Jedi only there. And then, you know, Nest, I could give a nod to Nest for this year, but overall, I'm with you. I think Thrawn is best plug and play. I mean, just the counter-attacking while under Fracture, removing a character basically from combat, the regeneration for teams that completely lack it, the cleanse. I mean, overall, the strong damage on basic. I mean, I think it's like one of the best basics in the game. It's fantastic.
You and your Nest. You've got a thing for Nest. You know, she's pretty young, you know. I think she's like 13.
You know, when you solo a couple teams in the Grand Arena with her, you get an appreciation.
Yeah, I'm going to cut you off right there before you get in trouble, Child Services. Hey, I get the same kind of grief because of my thing with Ahsoka. So, but she's a cartoon character.
Yes.
It doesn't count. And she's really not that young, I promise. She's definitely at least 20.
Oh, there you go.
All right, that wraps it up. I know that there are other categories you guys probably would have liked to see lumped into this. And so tell us in the comments what categories you wish to see, and maybe we'll add them next year. And go ahead and answer your own question. What do you think are the other best ofs? But this is what we came up with. 2018 was a good year for this game, I think.
Yeah, agree. I've had a lot of fun with this game, and I'm in a good place with it right now. So Grand Arena, fantastic. Good job, CG.
I've been playing this game for 3 years, and I find myself more and more excited to play this game as the year has gone on. There's been low points for me. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, but right now I am probably at one of my peaks for how excited I am to play this game. So I think the game's in a good place.
I think specifically just being able to farm something each and every day. I mean, there's not a shortage, unless you're a whale, there's not a shortage of things to farm, which is fantastic.
Always.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me for the video, Urza, as we look to 2019. Hopefully it will be a great year, and I wish all of you a happy new year and happy holidays. Have a good one, guys.
My dead body.